Where did the deepest, strongest memories of your soul occur?
When you physically travel to a country or a place where you lived in a past life, your soul, when it carries the memory of that place, can open up a lot within you. That's what happened to us when I went to Greece with a clairvoyant to one of the islands that I'd like to keep secret for now. Next year, I will invite women to come there. It is truly a magical place where many miraculous things happened. Truly. Those 3 days were miracle after miracle. Next year, I will invite women to go there and experience that miracle, the real miracles. First of all, before getting on the boat, because that was the guidance, you must always follow your inner guidance. It was clear. Get on the boat. Without any explanations, simply get on the boat. Okay, we get on the boat. Before boarding, I grabbed 2 drinks. Since everything happened at the last minute and very quickly, I grabbed Coca-Cola and put it in my bag. We sailed. We didn't know where we were going. Nothing. We arrived, and it turned out to be an uninhabited island. That meant we had no water, no food, no toilet, nothing. They said they would pick us up at 4. Well, okay. What happened happened. At least we had Coca-Cola. I took the Coca-Cola out of my bag since that was what we had. I actually have a photo of it. On the Coca-Cola bottle it said, magic. Interesting. On the Coca-Cola bottle it said, magic. So we thought, well, we'll see what happens. Then something happened on that island. I received a memory. It was shown to me how to read people's chakras from stones. My right hand started arranging a pattern of flowers from stones. Because we were there with the clairvoyant, she asked me, "What are you doing?" I said, "Honestly, I don't know." I didn't know. My hand just kept moving, arranging. My physical body is very receptive to the memories of my soul. It simply picks things up easily. In the end, there were 12 flowers arranged. 12 flowers with different shapes, different distances, different petals. And that's how I received the memory of how it can be done. Now I do this with my clients. The client arranges a drawing of 12 flowers, and from that drawing, I read their chakras. Because we already have this memory, everything is already within us. We only need to be in the right place to remember it. Later, a man approached us. He looked very interesting. He signaled to me, "Get into the water." I'm not really someone who likes swimming. The clairvoyant got in. She also told me, "Get in, get in." Okay, I went into the water. Then the man just walked away. He tells you to get in. You listen and get in. And he leaves. What happened in the water was wow. First, my body started spinning in circles physically. Then when you put your ears under the water, you could hear something like a rain stick, the sound of a rain stick. Afterwards, when we were sailing back, the guide, the young guy steering the boat, told us that there was a monastery there. We looked at each other and immediately thought, we need to go there. We didn't even know there was a monastery, but suddenly we felt we had to go. At the door, a man said to me, "You've returned." I said, "I've never been here before." By that point, so many miracles had already happened during the day that nothing felt strange anymore. But he said, "You've returned." Later, I will explain why he said that. There is a book called Quantum Warrior, The Future of Mind. That book, in quantum physics, states that the past, future, and present happen simultaneously. Time is not linear. Time moves in a spiral. This was one of the proofs of that idea, that time is not linear. So I was walking and taking many photos. Sometimes when a high-frequency energy wave is transmitted, sensitive bodies can feel it. My fingers form shapes like this automatically. My fingers just do this on their own. I walked and noticed that the monastery had many paintings of monks on the walls, and they all had similar hand signs. For me, it was like, wow. Then I went inside. As I mentioned earlier, 7 times because it's a Greek island, so you do this 7 times. Objects around me that are able to swing tend to swing when I'm near them. So when I looked up in the monastery, I saw that all the chandeliers were swaying because it's energy. Then I felt guidance to go toward the candles and light one. So I lit a candle. What does guidance mean? Guidance is like doing something the way you feel you want to do it. So I lit the candle and my hands naturally went like this. Now I know that when we pray like this, it doesn't work. But when you pray like this, it works. We were taught to pray one way, but actually it should be done another way, like this, toward the candles. Then I felt guidance. Carolina photographed the candles. So I took out my phone and tried to take a photo. But I saw something strange. The camera showed 2 camera circles, and I simply couldn't take the picture. The phone was frozen. Eventually, I restarted the phone and managed to take the photo. I will show the photograph where you can see a blue soul standing in front of me between the candles, a blue soul with a hood. I only discovered that photo a month later when I was scrolling through my gallery, sorting pictures. Then I saw it. That's when I understood why my phone had frozen. There had been a window. When something like that happens and your phone freezes, it means a window opens. And during that window, something can happen. That's why this island is a magical island for me, a miracle island. Next year, I will invite a small group of women there. We will repeat exactly what we did with the clairvoyant on that miracle island. Finally, I received one more memory. My hand began making the shape of an 8. Making an 8 with the hand means action combined with intuition. Connect action with intuition. When you do that, the air channel opens. You can do this before any public speaking, performance, exam, or anything where you need to act. You simply draw the figure 8 with your hand, the infinity symbol. It connects your intuition with your action. And when you place your hands like this toward the candles, that is the union of intuition and action.